All right, y'all, how I made $644 today. Let me go back to the main account I trade with. Um, I sold a little early, but my goal now really is to just make 500, like I said, to $600. Let's talk about what happened today. So, as you know, I get on in the morning on the 1 hour, I mark out liquidity points. So we had this rundown. We already had swept London. So I was confident we were going down. However, the move 60% of the move on the fib was up here. And then we had these two 5-minute fair value gaps. These are 1 hour fair value gaps. So I thought these were going to hold. I wanted it to originally go up higher to come down to these. However, once we got on the chart on the 5-minute, I was like, yeah, we're not doing that. So once I marked the fib of this move, we were at 50% already when I got on the chart at 8:30. So we did this, and then I was like, it could go to 62 because these two fair value gaps, but it didn't want to do that. And I wanted, my original trade was this. Sorry. It was getting in way up here in the middle of this fair value gap. However, which would have been a beautiful trade. However, I got in down here because we didn't get market structure shift. So we had news today. So this is our swing low. The swing low that was made before this was here. Until we broke that, we're not in market structure shift. We made a smaller one here, but again, until we broke this, we're not in market structure shift. So this coming up into this, I was confident it was. However, we did not get market structure shift here. It didn't break this swing low. It didn't even break this one. I was like, since this is a wick, I was like, it could break this one. It didn't. It made an equal low. And then it came up and then just almost would have stopped you out kind of and then ran. So I was like, well, it could run and then come back and go higher to the 62%, but it didn't. So once we got a strong displacement and we broke these two swing lows, I waited for the candle close this time because yesterday, even though I was right, I got in early, as y'all saw. I got in, or like a few days ago, I got in early before the candle closed. It went down, then it like wigged back up here, but then it continued down. So I waited. So I got in right when that candle closed. Boom, this candle was made. We got a strong displacement. Finally got the market structure shift, the equal lows here and equal lows here. So once I got in late, obviously, I needed to take it down lower. So once I got in late as well, I was like, it's probably going to take out both of these sell sides. And this was my original take profit. So it'd been like a $700 gain. However, like I said, I'm taking my money. And I honestly thought about taking it all the way down to this one as well. On the 1 hour, we have these liquidity points. So I think I was going to take that one for sure. I sold right above this one in case, because my original take profit was right above, because you know how I say it's going to go to this liquidity Asian and these fair value gaps for sure. But if it wanted to bounce off that, this was my original trade if it gave us a little more market structure shift before it got up there, but it didn't. But I was confident it was going down once we got this strong displacement. Also, yeah, there was no displacement here. I mean, it was a little bit, but it wasn't anything crazy. So I was a trade I wanted. It was a good trade. Will it keep going down? I don't know, but I definitely should have. I have been getting really impatient and selling early, as y'all have seen. But again, on the lock-in profit, and that was way over my $500. That was not a good risk to reward. However, I was about to move my stop loss to break even anyway. It's just because these big fair value gaps here, it could have, reversed and then kept going down. So I went to wait for it to play out. But I was about to just do this and anything was free money after that. Again, need to stop selling so early. I keep selling too like this, like $150, $200 before I take profit. So it's still good gain. Like I'm making $450 or today was $650, but I need to hold to this target. But this was a good liquidity point as well. That's why I was like, but I still sold even a little bit before this because I sold it like this one, which these are so close. But again, I made my money. I'm not mad at it. I made my goal for the day. And again, like when I'm getting till I get funded, you have to do what you want to do. But yeah, good trade. Again, I left a few $100 on the table, but made $650. It's a good trade. I'll take it. Again, waiting for confirmation. Like I said, the market tells you where it wants to go, and you just wait for it to tell you. I was like, at right here, I was like, it could go higher, it could go lower. And sometimes, I've been getting in like right at 830 buys because I'm confident it's going to here. You gotta wait and let it show you. And at this point on the buys, I now wait for an actual fair value gap entry. So if this would have gave me a green fair value gap, like this came up higher, green fair value gap to tap back into down here to go higher here, I would have gotten into it, but it didn't. So you just wait for the market to tell you where it wants to go, because it's either going to go up or it's going to go down. It could go up and then go down. It could go down and then go up. But I usually wait for it to tell me where it wants to go. My 830 drawn liquidity strategy has not been hitting, here and then just taking it to here or taking it to here. But I mean, I guess technically this is a drawn liquidity. It went down. It didn't take out the top side. So this is it. But usually I play like a continuation a little bit more than a market structure shift. But that's why I like that strategy, because if you don't get the drawn liquidity one way or another, you will get the market structure shift at 9:30. And yeah, I should have held a little longer. I'm working on it. I have been so impatient lately, but it hasn't been affecting my trading to where I'm like just losing. But it has been like yesterday. I didn't post my loss yesterday. It was a day I honestly shouldn't have really traded my AM session. So I got in here and I had my stop. I had it to go like halfway here. That was my trade. I got in here to go up here at a fair value gap. I knew we were going up. We got market structure shift at 8:30 right when I got on. So this is one of those times, like I said, time to a fair value gap to buy right at 8:30. We didn't get that today. And then obviously I traded all day until FOMC. So I probably would have gotten out the trade anyway for a loss. But if I would have sat and forgot, my original stop loss was here. Because I didn't want to do the below this wick because I got in way up here. Even though today I didn't care. So part of me is just like, if I have a bigger stop loss like I did today, I just have to wait for the trade to go longer. Instead of like my original take profit was here. My original trade today was here. Look at that big ass stop loss. I would have lost $100 to here. Nice 1 to 3. Nice one. I would have made as much as I did getting in here to here though. See how the move was smaller, but it was a smoother trade. So once I got in way down here, obviously my stop loss had to be way up here. And then I took it down for, I think I did a 1 to 5 or something. I didn't do the 1 to 2 like I should have. I did like a 1 to, I sold like, yeah, like right here, 1 to 1.7. So we lost like 300, 400 to make the 6 I did. So here, I should have my stop loss here. I moved it here once it kept going sideways a little bit because this tapped into a bearish fair value gap. So I was like, it could keep going down. But I want to be right on my conviction because like I said, sorry. I have a video I'm posting about this, about why the 5 minute is better than the 1. The higher highs and the higher lows and the swing highs and swing lows respect better on the 5 minute. So once we got this market structure shift, and then we had this bearish fair value gap here, once we inversed it, I was like, yeah, I'm getting in that thing. So once we inversed it here, we chopped here, tapped me into my trade. If I would have held it and just sat and forgot, I would have, FOMC would have smacked it to my take profit. So I've been right most of the times. My execution has not been the best, obviously. So this was a loss of like 300 because I went up to 6 contracts now instead of 5 per. So that was just a bigger loss than my other losses. Now I got a bigger gain than my other gains. So yeah. And that's why, again, I showed this. I kind of got bullied off TikTok and I got some violations. So I'm off TikTok for 3 months until my account violations go away. Because one thing about me, when you come for me, I send for you and I'll eat you up. That's what I do. But since these are my business pages, I can't really do that because you'll get flagged. But I've had trolls like tell me, you don't know how to trade, you're a beginner, da, da, da. I'm like, I know how to trade. I am a beginner, so yes, my executions won't be as good, but that's why I post these recaps, because you might execute better than me, but you don't know how to read the charts as good as me or something. So you could have executed this, you could have got in here, or you could have held this trade and all these things, but you might not have saw why you could have held this trade. You might not have saw this market structure shift. And that's why I show these things and I execute them pretty well. I do sell a little early, but I'm glad I didn't hold to this one, but I definitely should hold it to this one, or at least to this one. But like I said, swing lows, you could have sold here, you could have sold here. There's no woulda, coulda, shoulda. I made 650 today, and that just is what it is. So I am supposed to be going back to work tomorrow. I took a last final commercial before I moved to Mexico. So just because I wasn't funded before, and it's like a 15-day commercial, which is gonna make me a good 2-3 grand. And yeah, that's good money. So I'm gonna take it. So I won't be trading tomorrow, and I probably will only be trading like 2 days next week. And then the week the 12th to the 17th, I will not be able to trade at all. And then the week after that, the 22nd through the 26th, I won't be able to trade at all, I don't think, because I'll be wrapping this commercial. Hopefully I can trade first and then wrap the commercial because it's just my own schedule. And then I'll be going to Miami the 23rd to the 26th. So I hope I can trade one of those mornings as well, but I do not think I will. So I probably won't trade again to the last week of May, which sucks. But obviously if I trade, I will let y'all know.